Why did Latin American border disputes lead to armed conflict? Imagine waking up one day and finding out that land you thought was yours is actually claimed by your neighbor. That's what happened across Latin America after independence. When colonies broke free from Spain and Portugal, they inherited borders that were often unclear or poorly mapped. These vague boundaries caused many overlapping claims, making it easy for conflicts to spark. Countries wanted control over land that had valuable resources like minerals, fertile soil, or strategic locations. These areas were key for economic growth and defending sovereignty. After independence, nations faced the tough task of building new governments and borders. Colonial treaties from the past, like the Treaty of Madrid in 1750, tried to define boundaries but often left out important details. Maps were inconsistent or inaccurate, so countries kept arguing over the same territories. Indigenous groups also suffered because colonial powers displaced them, and their lands became part of these disputes. Resource-rich areas made conflicts even more intense. For example, Bolivia and Paraguay fought in the 1930s over land believed to have petroleum. This war, called the Chaco War, resulted in many casualties. Similarly, the War of the Pacific from 1779 to 1880 involved Chile, Peru, and Bolivia fighting over nitrate deposits in the Atacama Desert. These deposits were vital for making fertilizers and explosives, so control over them meant economic power. Political instability and power struggles added fuel to the fire. Stronger nations wanted to dominate weaker neighbors or protect their interests. The War of the Triple Alliance from 1864 to 1870 saw Paraguay fighting against Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay over regional influence and borders. These conflicts often turned violent because diplomacy was difficult, and nations prioritized military action to secure their claims. Colonial legacies also played a role. Indigenous tribes like the Guarani resisted colonization and land grabs, turning their struggles into conflicts over territory. All these factors combined created a volatile environment where disputes quickly turned into armed clashes. Borders inherited from colonial times, competition for resources, political rivalries, and the fight to define national identity all contributed to why Latin American border disputes often led to war.